less than a month now before the September 11th state primary, and it's really difficult to remember an election this quiet, this late. We usually are, I mean, every 2 years, and certainly every 4 years, we in the news business tend to remind ourselves, you know, August is a dead month, even for elections, because people are on vacation and they're not paying attention. But this is unique. This election, to this point, has been extremely somnambulant, and certainly that helps some candidates, and it is not a great help to others. Certainly in the race for governor, you can make a case that this helps Ovid Lamontagne, the obvious Republican frontrunner with more money, more name recognition than his leading primary opponent, Kevin Smith. But on the Democratic side, it's hard to know. Maggie Hassan is the frontrunner in that race, certainly. Again, big financial advantage, but likely to be a really low primary turnout. There's not much else going on in the Democratic primary. So a real quiet contest this summer could very well lead to a real low turnout, which would be more liberal and more likely to support Jackie Silly, from the former state senator from Barrington. When was the last election primary this quiet? Probably the best competitor for this honor, and I'm not sure they reach it, but it would be 2004. Again, coincidentally, a presidential year, in which, coincidentally, that presidential campaign was a re-election of an incumbent president, George W. Bush against Massachusetts Senator John Kerry. And even more in 2004 than it is now, Bush-Kerry dominated the coverage by the media in the interest of the voting public, even more than Obama-Romney does right now. And that certainly affected both the turnout and the end result. And here we are 8 years later with a very quiet primary on both sides of the ballot, and pretty much from top to bottom. It'll be interesting to see how it affects turnout in September, and more importantly, how does it affect turnout in November? And will that turnout in the presidential year be even a little less than it might ordinarily be, because there's not a lot of excitement further down the ballot? We'll see.